welcome to my channel. My name is Makeda, and this channel is basically to answer any questions regarding chiropractic, regarding chiropractic school, and for you guys just to see my journey through the program. So I'm definitely open to answering any questions that might be dropped in the comment section below, or if you want to DM me on Instagram if you feel more comfortable doing that. Either way, I'm totally open to talking to each last one of you guys. So this video is just to share my story. So let me be honest. Okay. So first things first, I wasn't a person that always wanted to be a chiropractor. I didn't grow up in a chiropractic family. I didn't have like this amazing, wow, chiropractic experience. I really honestly didn't even know what chiropractic was, to be honest. So let's rewind a few years. So during my junior year, the summer before my senior, I was in a public health internship at Morehouse College. Made some amazing friends there, and one of them wanted to go to medical school just like I wanted to go to medical school. She wanted to do surgery, I wanted to be a pediatrician, and so we both realized like, oh crap, this is the summer where we're supposed to take the MCAT. I have done no studying for the MCAT. Don't have an MCAT book in my name. I don't have anything, like completely unprepared to take this exam. But this is the time I'm supposed to take it in order to be in medical school by the time I graduate. And I'm just like, okay. So I ordered a textbook. I studied as much as I can, registered for the test, even though, you know, people do like years of studying, months of studying. I did weeks of studying. Registered for the test. I took the test in July, I want to say, because I think I got my results back in September. So I took the test in July, and guys, when I say I bombed that test, it's a $300 test. $300 down the drain because I bombed the test. Like, the test was horrible. Score was absolutely horrendous, and I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. So basically, I have this ugly score. I'm in my senior year. Don't really want to sit through another 8-hour test, and my school doesn't have any resources to help me prepare for the MCAT. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna move off grace, and we are just gonna go ahead and apply to medical schools. Such an expensive process. Lord, guys, that is such an expensive process. I want to say I applied to like 10 schools, and it was like $1,000 to apply. Then had to get my transcripts sent out, and then you have to fill out secondaries. And I just didn't even fill out secondaries because I'm like, I only got one, and that was like an automatic secondary. Like, they just give out secondaries. But like the rest of them, I didn't get a secondary. So I'm just like, like some people do the weed out process in the beginning. They're like, score GPA out, score GPA out. And they just send out automatic secondaries, and secondaries can range anywhere from $50 to like $100. And I'm like, I don't have that much money to waste. So I didn't end up doing the secondary. And then I'm like, you know what? I can do osteopathic school, you know, same concept. They just deal with more like a holistic approach, and we could just go about it that way. Didn't apply to that because it was such short notice, and trying to get all the recommendation letters together. I didn't want to be like unprofessional and not give people enough time to come up with a great letter for me. So that didn't work out. So let's flash forward a few months after that. This gentleman by the name of Mr. Harris, he was a recruiter for life, came to my school. I attended Talladega College in Talladega, Alabama. I was a biology major and technically a psychology minor. I just didn't officially declare it, but I have all the credits to show I'm a psychology minor. So now Mr. Harris came, and this isn't his first time coming. I used to always go to his little talks whenever he came, you know, just to hear what he had to say. You know, maybe chiropractic could be my backup option if I don't get into medical school or what have you. And so this time, for some odd reason, the group that was there, it was only 4 of us. So it was me, my friend Tori, my line sister, Kiana, and our friend Caitlin. So we're the only 4 people there, right? This man sat us down. He did not do his usual speech. And he was just like, what are y'all doing with y'all lives? Like, one by one. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? So, you know, I'm like, you know, I applied to medical school, whatever. And then he was like, what is your MCAT score? I told him. He was like, so you applied for schools overseas then? I was like, no, I don't want to go overseas. He was like, so you're not willing to sacrifice going overseas? I'm like, no, I don't want to go overseas. He was like, well, you don't want to be in medical school because you're not willing to sacrifice that. The least you could do is sacrifice 2 years if you want to be in medical school that bad. And I'm like, who is he talking to like that? Like, that is rude. Like, I don't know you, sir. And for you to be talking to me like that is just rude and inconsiderate. So I'm at the point where I'm ready to walk out. Like, you know what? It's okay, sir. I'm going to leave. I'm going to let you continue your conversation with them. Really hope you get somewhere, but you've officially upset me and I'm ready to go. But I didn't leave. I got up, got something to drink and sat back down, you know, trying to be a decent human being. And I was just like the rest of the conversation, I was just staring at him, just like, I want to fight you. Like, we should just step outside real quick and fight because I'm not very happy. So anyway, so he went one by one, tore us all apart, tore us all to shreds. And it wasn't like he was promoting life during that whole tear us all in the shreds. He was just like, y'all need to think realistically. Like, what are y'all about to do? Y'all about to graduate soon. What are y'all about to do next? Like, what are y'all next steps? Are y'all gonna take a gap year? Are you still gonna try to do it? Are you gonna try to do a master's program as your gap year? You know, like things like that. So I'm like, I'll take that. Like, I'll listen to just that part. And he was right. He had a plan. And so I found Duke University had an amazing biomedical master's program that I applied for. Unfortunately, I didn't get picked for that either. But I think that was all a part of like a big, wide scheme of plans. Because had I got picked for that, I probably would have applied to medical school and then been in medical school. So graduation came, ended up going on a trip to Puerto Rico with my best friends. We all graduated at the same time, so it was just perfect. And so then I stayed in Alabama for about like a month because I had no intention on moving back home. Was not my intention to go home. Didn't want to go home. Didn't want to do that at all. So stayed in Alabama so that hopefully I get a job in Atlanta. Don't have to go home. I could just move, get an apartment, what have you. So I'm applying for a bunch of jobs. Like, I had my boyfriend's sister redo my resume. Shout out to you, Makeda, because that resume was atrocious. And without you, it would have been trash. I wouldn't have a job. So thank you so much for redoing that for me. Thank you so much. So she redid my resume, sent that out to so many places like Emory, all these other jobs, hospital jobs, research jobs. And I hate research, but research jobs, I just didn't want to go home. And then I'm like, you know what? Let's be realistic. We don't really have money to not be trying to go home because that's free. So let's go ahead and apply for some jobs at home. So I applied for like this dialysis place, this other place, and then for this company called Chiro One. And on Indeed, it didn't specify like a location or anything. It just is like, you know, Chicagoland area. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll have my car. Worst comes to worst, it'd be like 20 minutes from my house, you know, no biggie. So sent out a bunch of applications all that week. So I applied to Chiro One, let's say Monday, and they called me Tuesday. I'm like, but I don't want to go home, Lord. Like, why are you doing this to me? I don't want to go home. So they called me Tuesday, and it was like a quick little phone interview. Like, this is this. These are our hours. This is the pay. Are you okay with all that? And I'm like, yeah, sure. That's fine. And then they're like, okay, cool. If we decide to go forward, then the hiring manager will call you back Friday or what have you. So mine just like Wednesday. And I'm like, you know what? Ain't nobody gonna call me. So then hiring manager called Friday. And I'm like, I'm in the car. We're like having a long talk. She wanted to know like about my research that I did and this, that, and the third. And then she was like, the location I applied to was in the suburbs. I had no idea. I was like, the Indeed thing did not tell me a location. So I can't take that location. Do you guys have anything in Chicago? They're like, yeah, we have stuff in Chicago. I think we want to go ahead and go forward with your application. So we want to schedule an interview. I was like, okay. She was like, how about tomorrow? And I'm like, whoa, I'm out of town because I'm still in Alabama. Job interviews in Chicago. You talking about tomorrow? Not gonna happen. So she was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, I'll be back by like Wednesday. She was like, well, then the earliest I could do is Friday. And I was like, perfect. I can be there by Friday. You know, I'm out of town. I could be there by Friday. It's not a problem at all. No, I could do that. So I'm like, okay, so get an interview. And I'm like, I have to go back home. Like, I need to repack, get everything in the car, figure out who's going to drive with me home, and then fly them back and get everything under control. So my boyfriend couldn't come because he had to move out of his house that week. And so I called my friend Tori. I'm like, Tori, I need you to drive with me to Chicago, and then I'm going to fly you back. She's like, cool. I haven't been to Chicago. Let's do it. So she gets in the car. I think we got there Thursday. And then I had my interview Friday. So we got there, did a little sightseeing, got some food. And then we went back to the house, got dressed, went to bed and everything. Friday comes, we wake up, had to drive all the way to the suburbs for the interview. And I'm like, Lord, I hope they have something in Chicago because I cannot do this. I can't. Like, it was like a 45-minute drive. I'm like, I can't do that. So, met with the hiring manager. She's asking all these questions. We're getting to know each other. It's a jolly good interview. And then she was like, okay, so I have like these locations available. Are you looking for full-time, part-time? I'm like, I need full-time. If I'm gonna be working, I need full-time. I'm not doing anything else. I need full-time. So she was like, I have this location, you know, rank these in order from least to greatest. She's like, where do you live? And we figured all that. And she's like, you know what? I think I know which location you'd be perfect for. And I'm like, what? And she's like, I think you'd be perfect for the Old Town location. You get to know Dr. Sarah. She was kind of on the same path that you were on, and she's the chiropractor there. And I'm like, how are we on the same path? And she's a chiropractor. Like, I just told you I'm okay. So end up at Old Town, and I literally have to thank God for telling her to put me at Old Town because Dr. Sarah was, and will continue to be amazing. She did start off on the same path as me. She was headed to school to be a doctor, and then she has a great story. And if you guys ever run into her, ask her to tell you how she became a chiropractor. It's a great story. And I was like, you know, I still don't really know what's going on here. Like, so I'm like working, and I've been working there for like, let's say 5 months. And I'm like, you know what? I can do this. Like, this is really dope. Like, when I don't have to stab anybody and I can make people better without giving them medication than having to give them medication and tap on that medication for the adverse effects of that medication. Saying that, like, I hate taking medication as is. It just made sense. I'm like, Makeda, you don't even like taking Tylenol for your headaches. Like, what's the problem? I'm like, you know what? There is no problem. So I applied for 2 schools. I applied for Parker and Life. Those were just the ones that I deemed best for me. And I was really on my way to Parker. Not gonna lie to y'all. I was on my way to Parker. And then I didn't go. I went to Life's Leadership Weekend, and it just felt so homey, and inviting, and I know Georgia well, so that's probably why it felt so homey. That I went to Parker's, it felt homey too. Like the lady that helped me with admissions, Dr. V, love Dr. V. If you guys have any questions about Parker, I would definitely give you guys Dr. V's email because she's an amazing person. Love her. And overall, it just made more sense for me to be in Georgia. Mainly because every cohort, which is like every quarter or trimester, depending on what school you're at, that you join into, every one of them is a different dynamic. So some of them are very homey and family oriented, like everybody's like one big family, we're all rooting for each other. And some of them are really competitive, like I'm trying to be better than you, I can't help you because I need to be better than you, and this, that. And I'm like, I need to be in a place where if that does happen, where I end up in a competitive quarter or trimester, that I still know people outside of school, so I won't lose my head. Like I won't be like, what do I do? I'm out here by myself. There's nobody nearby. Like Dallas, Texas is the longest shot from Chicago, longest shot from Georgia, longest shot from Alabama. I was just gonna be by myself. And I'm like, I'm ready to be by myself, but I don't have a problem with that. That's not the problem. The problem is I can lose my head being by myself, because I already knew that if you're trying to be a doctor, no school to be a doctor is going to be easy. PhD, lawyer, dentist, pediatrician, nothing is going to be easy because you're trying to put such a powerful title in front of your name. So I'm like, I need a support system, and Georgia was going to give me that support system. And here we are. So I started Life University in July of 2018, and so I've almost been in school an entire year, guys, like a whole year. And it's hard. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's hard, but it's definitely gonna be worth it. I have a journal that I got when I was leaving the company, and all my patients wrote like a nice encouraging letter. And so when I'm like crying my eyes out because I like failed an exam, I pick up the book and bawl my eyes out some more. But it's a different type of cry than the one I was just doing. Now I'm crying because I feel encouraged, and those are the words I need to hear. It's like when you're having a bad day and someone asks, are you okay? And then tries to give you a hug, and you're like, don't hug me because I'm gonna be bawling. It's gonna be complete waterworks. Yeah, that's what the book is for me. It's the hug that I know I don't want, but I need. So that's what that book is for me. So I just wanted to introduce myself to you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy my channel oh so much. And let me know if you guys want to see anything else, any other content, have any questions. Please feel free to reach out to me. I am open, I am available. I would love to talk to you guys. Have a great day and enjoy the rest of my videos. Bye, guys.